Yo, 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 what they do, what they do. I'm your host, Aaron J. Jackson, also known as Marvin Bay, and I welcome you to the 27th episode of Behind the Beard podcast, presented to you by the FGO Network. And I have a special guest, the one and only Chef Dee in the house. What they do?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
Good, good. For the people that don't know who you are, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Chef Dee 305, also known as the Brania Hodges. Born and raised in Miami. From 305 all day.
305, you already know. So you already know when you from the cribs, nothing but love. You feel me? So
that's it.
What have you been doing during this quarantine? You know.
Through the quarantine, it's been a mission, but by the grace of God, I'm still bringing in income, so I ain't gonna complain or whatever.
Yeah.
Right now, my catering service is providing meals to the seniors in District 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like our project or whatever that we're working with MLK, EDC, or whatnot in the commissioner's office.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And shout out to Miss King, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We on
That's
the,
it.
that ain't nothing but love in the city. For the people that don't know you, where you from originally, and how was your upbringing growing up in Miami?
So originally I'm from Miami, born and raised Dade County. I went to inner city schools, Charles Drew Elementary.
Oh wow.
I went to Northwestern for high school.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Drew for middle and elementary actually. I went to Johnson and Wales for college. I got my associates from the Art Institute in Culinary.
Mm-hmm.
And when I graduated Johnson and Wales in 2012 with my bachelor's, in restaurant food and beverage.
Okay.
With a minor in sales, meeting, and marketing.
Okay. So what got you started into cooking? Like, what made you or intrigued you to get into cooking?
Honestly, cooking came from like my family. Growing up, it was family rooted. I come from like a real Southern household.
Yeah.
Growing up, my grandmother used to be real big on Sunday dinners. It was almost like soul food. We was like Big Mama's house. Everybody had gatherings over here. It was all about the food. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
most
kind
definitely.
of gravitated towards that at a young age, just like spending on my school, watching my grandma cook. Rest in peace to her or whatever.
It's always good with their grandma cooking. I tell you that all top.
It just came from the muscle. It came from family, and I just started taking it serious, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Who were the people? Well, you already kind of said your grandma, but who were like the people or chefs that inspire you to be an aspiring chef?
When it comes to the chef part, so the love of food, like I said, came from family.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching my grandma cook, growing up. I was also like a really, really big Food Network fan at the time.
Yeah.
So, growing up, like if you walked in my room, you was always on Food Network. So I was watching Emma Lagasse do his little bam, bam, bam things.
Yeah.
I was watching, like the cooking competitions, and I was even watching the grocery store, competitions like shot till you drop type of thing. Everything I watched was surrounded by food. And then, like getting in college or whatever, I met some mentors and stuff, but the ideal of cooking honestly just came from like, me experimenting with my family and stuff, and just watching how much they enjoyed what I was doing, and I just honestly wanted to take it serious because I didn't know nobody else who did.
Yeah. Especially where we come from. Especially where we come from, most definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna be the first one in my family to be a chef because everybody else was doing, whatever else they were into, law enforcement and court this and police officer and military this, and I ain't hear no chefs, so I was like, well, I'm gonna be the first.
Especially the city of Miami, everybody in Dade like to
That's
work with the
it.
city.
It ain't a lot of people's dream job, but
Yeah.
like I came from the same place a lot of other inner city kids came from, and I made something out of it, so I'm proud of that.
Yeah, most definitely. When did you tell yourself personally, like the interview, that you wanted to take it serious or take it to that next level? Because I remember one of your interviews that you did with BET, you was talking about how you was, I believe you said you was working at the stadium and you was just like, yo, I have to like, take it to that next level or something like that, I believe.
Well, when you say, you mean like when I wanted to be a chef, like when I wanted to,
like officially.
Well,
Like take it to that next level.
Honestly, that happened in high school, to be honest with you, because, you know, like I said, like just growing up, you know, just when you try to figure out what you want to be when you grow up type of thing. You know, I always had two options. I either wanted to be a nurse or a chef, and I had been saying that since I was a kid.
Wow.
And the funny thing is that, like, there was an accident in front of my house when, like, years ago, I was a little girl, and I saw these kids, you know, they were okay, but they got hit on a bike in the front of my house.
Wow.
And there was so much blood, you know what I'm saying? And then that made me realize that, boom, I don't want to be a nurse, right? That day, I'll never forget it, because, you know, like, growing up, I thought I was going to be a nurse because I was taking care of my grandmother. You know, she was a little sickly at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought I enjoyed that a little bit. And then, you know, I saw that one incident in front of my crib, you know, with the kids on the bike, and it just, like, I realized that I wasn't going to last in that environment, you know, with the gruesome scenes and blood and all this other stuff, and, you know, bullet wounds and all that. I just knew I wasn't fit for that lifestyle. So it was only two things I could think of, and chef was the next. So, you know, like, take it serious, you know, when I got in high school, you know, I was in a band growing up, too, so I played the instrument. Most of my life until
I didn't know that.
I played saxophone since the 4th grade. So, you know, I went from Drew. Shout out to John McMahon. And he had like been like my music instructor and mentor musically since I was like, you know, 4th grade, whatever age that was. You know, and I probably put that down in my senior year of taking cooking more seriously, because I started doing baking competitions at the Cordon Bleu. Like, I thought that was
wow. I forgot about the Cordon Bleu.
But yeah, like, I was there, like, you know, doing apple pie competitions and stuff, and I thought I was going to be a baker. That was the original chef plan. It was like, you know, what part of you know, the industry you're going to be in. And I thought I wanted to bake, because my grandma used to, like, throw down on these key lime pies, like homemade scratch. And it was nothing like smelling like some baked goods in the oven, you know what I'm saying? So I thought I was going to be a pastry chef growing up, because that's what I focused on in high school. You know, I wasn't in the culinary program. I was still in the band, you know, up until, like, my sophomore year in college. And I was just baking. I was doing, like, little high school competitions to get scholarships and all this other good stuff. But I think closer to me graduating high school, I had, like, an aha moment of I wanted to be a chef instead of a pastry chef, because I realized that I didn't like reading the recipes. like I wanted to always know how I could make it my own. You know what I mean? And when you're baking, you can't really do that. You got to kind of stick to the script in order for it to come out right. So, but when you're cooking, you know, you just you can go with what your fingertips say. You know what I mean? And it is what it is when it comes out. So I want to say that the feel of, like, going full blown chef was definitely high school, 12th grade. And when I got out, you know, I went straight to culinary school, and I didn't think I was going to be anything else, honestly.
Yeah. Once you all in,
like a plan B, so I always, you know, put all my marbles in chef.
Yeah. Once you all in, you all in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
especially.
I was all in, man. It wasn't no turning back. I didn't know when this don't work out, playing, I'm gonna do this instead. It was like, if this don't work out, I'm gonna find a way to make it work out, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you love something, it's like, yeah, you know, I gotta put all my marbles in one basket because I love this.
Yeah, it really is a passion, and everybody don't have that. So, you know, once you got it, you know, you gotta stick with it.
Yeah. You say you went to Charles Drew. What's so crazy? My aunt was the principal of Charles Drew Middle. I'm not sure she did elementary, but I know for sure she did middle schools. Her name is Dr. Coverson, Gwen Coverson.
I remember that name.
Yeah.
But I was under the education of Mr. Morley back then.
Okay.
And I want to say that they got, like, one of the schools named after him right now, or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds familiar too.
Yeah. I was a Morley kid back in the day. He was running the tight ship too. I'm sure your aunt was too.
Yeah, she don't play. She do not play, boy.
You know, she probably was there with, like, my brothers. I got two other brothers that went to Drew as well, and they're like 4 years and 8 years older than me. So they probably was in there around her wage time, or maybe after I left or something. She came in. I'm not really sure.
And especially around those days in the city. So
you
know, they had to be strict.
Played with the kids, the teachers, the coaches, the janitors.
All that, all that.
It was discipline coming from everywhere.
For real, especially the West. A little bit of the West too. I ain't go to the West,
Yeah,
but you know it's
you're
Bull
right.
Nation. It's Bull Nation. I didn't go to the West. I was supposed to, but you know
Yeah,
I still
shout out
rep the
to them
Bulls.
Bulls. Yeah, the West. Yeah, you know what? The funny part is that I'm from the inner city, so I was supposed to go to Jackson. And like Alabama.
Oh, me
But,
too
you
though.
know,
I ain't
like,
gonna lie. Me too. I was supposed to go
I
to.
was into music.
Yeah.
So my mom put me in the magnet programs, and I was able to go through payback, you know, because Charles Drew has Northwestern as their home school, so I was kind of able to like just ease my way through the high school because I thought I was gonna have to. Back then, they were kind of like trickling down on making sure that people were going to their home schools and not to the other schools around.
Yeah.
But you know, payback at magnet program, Drew in the West, shout out to them, pushed me through, and now I'm a product of their environment still.
Hey, championships on championships on championships. That's all we need. You heard me?
That's it.
Most definitely. So, so you advanced from over time from high school to college. What were the challenges you would say that you faced in the beginning stages of your career?
Oh man, in the beginning stages of my career, I probably would say the more challenging phases were the phase one, which was building that layer of thick skin that I think everybody needs in the kitchen, but more importantly, especially females, because in most kitchens is male dominant, you know what I mean? So I think like one of my biggest challenges was just like learning to take it, like, you know, as harsh as that sounds, like, you know, just learning constructive criticism and taking like the feedback and people being mean to you or the chef being not the nicest person in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a struggle, you know, just to be in that kind of environment, because it really is, like I tell people all the time, like it's really like boot campish, right? Like being in the kitchen is really military-ish. So, you know, like and as time went through, you know, you experience more challenges, but definitely in the beginning stages, like that probably had to be like one of the more challenging things I dealt with, because I was always getting in trouble, right? Like I had a slick mouth on me. I always
man, I know that feeling.
You know
I know that
mean?
feeling.
I'm a Leo, so you know
we both
like,
Leos. Hey, everybody,
birthday, right?
Everybody, I just want y'all to let everybody know, like, we have the same birthdays on the same day, literally, right? August 9th, right?
August 9th.
That's crazy. Yep. That's crazy. Yeah, we do have. Hey, we don't take nothing. We like, yo, you talking back to me?
And we gotta be right too. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, so just growing up in that with that kind of characteristic.
Yeah.
Before you can control it on your own is a challenge within itself, man. You know, like, 'cause we have big personalities, so it was just, you know, like just trying to just being obedient to the chef and learning and realizing that, you know, school didn't teach you everything type of thing. And you just, you know, like when you go to culinary school, right, you originally you walk into somebody's kitchen, you feel like you know everything. And it's so humbling when you realize that, like, you know, like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
But it molded you. It molded you to success.
Yeah, because you got to get your feet, which is that tough layer of skin. Is understanding that I just paid all that money, and I got this dishwasher turned cook telling me what to do, right?
Yeah.
But it really is about experience, and you know what I'm saying, just going with the growing pains. So through all the kitchens I've been through, and I've been around, you know, with chef experience before I opened my own. And I want to say in each location, it was every location was just building another layer of skin on top of the one you thought you already had.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because you got different personalities. I haven't been in like in kitchens from older people, you know, who've been there for 15 years, and the college degree walks in, and they get paid more than the 15 years, and now we be battling the wages and the respect levels, and you know what I'm saying, to like taking pay cuts to learn a little bit more from, you know, different kind of cuisine. It's just, man, like this industry is it's such a gamble.
Yeah.
And it really is like a melting pot, and you know, to get paid what you're worth, it's hard to find, and is a real it's a real humbling experience when you take pay cuts to get to those spots too. You know what I mean? To learn a little bit more.
Would you say that kind of forced you to learn the business side of things on your end when you forming your catering service and dealing with what you deal with?
Yeah, because you know what? Just like a little back history. When I first graduated high school, like my mom is like retired courthouse. You know, she's been in the court system for 30 plus years. Mm-hmm. And when I graduated high school, my first job was in the court system. You know what I mean? I was on the beach helping married people, and then I was in North Miami, like doing domestic violence cases and stuff. But then, like, I went to culinary school, and my first job in the kitchen happened to be, it was like I was working at Nova Southeastern University. Mm-hmm. And I was in the college cafeteria, and just like being in that area, like just seeing how they treat you, just coming in, and then going to my next spot, which is like a private location that shut down. And even that was like, I know I got to do something, because literally one day we're working, and then all of a sudden they having this big party for the owner. And without telling the staff, and we come to work next day, there's boat locks on the back door. Like, they closed shop where they didn't even tell us. Like, they just shut down on us, you know what I mean? So it was like, dang, like this is how jacked up the industry is, you know what I mean? One moment you could be there, and the next moment, you can get shut down and lose your job without even notice. So, I think like just being in all those situations, made me realize that I needed to create my own lane, and stay in it.
Yeah, most definitely. I used to work at a restaurant one time in Brickell, and man, just seeing how the chefs, being in the kitchen and seeing how they used, like how you said earlier, how they treat people. But then that's not in my field, so I'm looking at it like, bro, don't try me like that. Like, you feel me? So
the phrase is real. If you can't take the heat, you gotta stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah, for real.
And I can say that now because, like, just growing into the conversation, like, I know I'm not a nice chef, but I know that it's coming from a good place, and it's not like I'm mean intentionally.
Yeah.
But when you get to a certain level, then you kind of understand.
Yeah. It's like a Mamba mentality. Like that. It's like a Mamba mentality. You see like the bigger picture. Your employees or the people that you collaborate with, they might not they looking at the moment right now of them working, but once the outcome is finished, they be like, oh wow, now I understand. That's why I tell people I love the process more than the outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what skills would you say you developed or got trained to get where you at now? Or like, even when you was in school?
You said what? Repeat that question for me.
I said, what skills would you say you developed or got trained on to get where you at now? Whether you was in school or after school or when you was in the field or whatever.
I mean, team building skills, like, most importantly, right? Because behind, like, every great chef or good cook, like, there's a team behind that. Like, behind every restaurant, there is a bomb team that you hire to get you there. So, like, just learning the ability of team working and trusting that people can have the same vision as you is probably one of the more beneficial, definitely one of the more beneficial traits I probably learned off the top.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. You said team, and a lot of people don't understand how much team is very important, especially in your field as well, because you need the whole team to do the type of meals you do.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, like the best restaurants, like, especially when the chef is, I want to say, broadcasted or is a premiere of a spot, like when it's, like Emeril Lagasse, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we all know that Emeril ain't in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Every time you go there, like, it's Emeril's employees that bring out, like, the bam on the plate that makes it look like he did it, that makes it taste like it was his.
Yeah.
And that's important, man, because if you can kind of trust people to deliver and have the same ambition and be as hungry as you are, then you'll never really work hard. Like, because,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you give the responsibility away a little bit, and you allow other people to grow and take ownership and responsibility of things, and it's just so important, man. It really is.
I hear it in your voice. I hear it in your voice. The pain, the heartaches, and everything you dealt with.
It really is, man. Because like the saying, like good health is really hard to find. Like it really is. Man, it's raining hard out here.
Yeah, it is. That's hurricane season.
Yeah, man. It's like good health is like really hard to find. Like that's a real statement. And especially in kitchens, like, and I know you probably experienced it before. Going to a restaurant and like, your food you had a better experience one time than the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you kind of like try to figure out like, dang, like, then the first time I went, it wasn't good, but the second time I went, it was bomb. Or the first time I went, it was bomb, but the second time I went, it's like the quality was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that kind of like changes the way you look at it, because you might not want to go back based off of the first impression. And unfortunately in this industry, we all have those days. But I just feel like with stronger teams, man, and giving your employees and being more teachable, is like one of the biggest takeaways and bring to any foundation and kitchens, man.
Yeah. It kind of like, I mean, by me working in the kitchen one time before in my life, when I look at restaurants, I look at restaurants a little bit more different now, because I understand what the employee or the chefs or whoever works in the restaurant, they got a whole lot of things they got to do. So me personally, I don't really even take it personal, because at the end of the day, they probably stressed out. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but people don't look at it. People don't look at it like that, though.
It's like when your homegirl becomes a server somewhere, and then all of a sudden she go and she's tipping the server $15, and you're like, why are you doing that? Too much money.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh well, she know because she used to be one, and like she understands that she get paid by these tips, and these tips mean a lot. So you start moving a little bit bigger when you go to restaurants. Like when I go to restaurants, for instance, I don't eat off of silverware. I gotta get plastic, and that's not to say because I know restaurants are dirty. It's because I know in high-paced restaurants, my theory at least is that in high-volume restaurants, I feel like some places like bars and stuff, they don't take as much caution as they should.
Man.
For real.
Yo, I'm laughing.
Plastic and hot water, please.
Yeah.
If you ain't got plastic.
I'm laughing because it's like everything you said is perfect, because people don't really know what goes on in these kitchens. I am not gonna lie, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, man. Like in a cruel world, like you might run into like the McDonald's stories where somebody done did something to your burger or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it happens, but and just because I know that those things have happened, you know what I mean? And I've never done nothing like that, because I think that's crazy, man. But
that's crazy.
And you just gotta learn. You just learn so much from being in different situations.
Yeah. What would you say was your favorite dish growing up as a kid?
I don't know a kid that didn't like mac and cheese growing up. That was probably like
especially grandma.
Yeah, like I don't know a kid, but I used to, and I still do love me some mac and cheese, man. Like, but growing up, like that was like the one thing that my mom would make or my grandmother would make, and I would like hide the pan before people came over for dinner, or like cut half the pan out and hide it somewhere. So they'd be like, well, where all the mac and cheese went? And I would just make sure I had like a 3-day supply.
Yeah, most definitely.
Of mac and cheese, man. Like I was so spoiled. Like I hated Easy Mac. Like you couldn't give me no box macaroni, no microwave, none of that. Like, I wanted some like Southern. Put my mac in the oven and let it brown and burn on the edges. Like I need that.
that crispy on the edge, the crispy part on the edges.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I'm saying?
Let the cheese burn. You let the cheese burn just enough.
Yeah.
It don't taste burnt, but it got that crunch to it.
You know. Most definitely. Yo, that's shit crazy. So how or when did you start getting your clients? Because I know in the beginning parts of your career, that's probably like a little bit challenging. Would you say?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, man, to be completely honest with you, I always wanted to be a caterer and not a private chef per se.
Mm-hmm.
like when I graduated college, I opened a catering company, and that was my main goal. And in the beginning, I was doing free jobs. Like I literally quit my job, and which was a nasty process because actually I quit. I put a 2 weeks notice in, and they tried to fire me instead.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like that was messed up. And just going through that, and man, that was a horrible situation actually. That was so bad.
Yeah.
But I just got sidetracked.
Yeah, I understand. You know, reminiscing.
Yeah, I just got sidetracked. What's the question again?
No, I was just saying, how or when did you start getting your clients?
Oh yeah, so I was saying that. So when they fired me, I started doing a lot of free work, right? Because I always like being in my last real job before I opened our company. I was working at a country club, and at country clubs, catering is very popular. They have weddings there. They got golfing events there. You know, it's always an event. And I used to be in the office with the chef, and I would see them invoices come through. So I knew that catering was the thing. So going into the business, like I also I understood that it wouldn't be easy when I first started. So I started doing a lot of free jobs. You know, I saw aim high coming out of the gate. So I wasn't doing like free mom and pop, you know, events. I was going to like the city of Fort Lauderdale trying to do a Christmas event, and it was all like pro bono. So in the beginning, I didn't make a lot of money. I was just trying to get my face out there. You know what I mean?
People don't understand. Like sometimes you gotta do free stuff in the beginning. A lot of people don't understand that. Chef Dee, like, you know, a lot of people do not understand. They think you just supposed to do what you do.
Pro bono means something because, you know, like it's 1,000 people, you know, doing the exact same thing that you're doing. Yeah. You know, but to be a decision maker for the person that you're trying to persuade, like you got to throw something at them, like, man, take this, you know what I mean? Or well, let me do this. And you know, I started off acting like I was a full service catering company. I ain't have nothing. And I ain't have no tablecloths, no staff, no chairs, no chafing dishes. But as I was getting the events, you know, I was going out and spending my last check from my last job, or you know, whatever I had hustled up to make that happen, man. So you know, like my first 2 years was non-profitable, and I actually had to double back, and I had to go and get a job because I realized that I wasn't going to be able to grow my business with doing pro bono events. Like I wasn't going to make no money, and I needed to live. So that was kind of like challenging in that end, but at the same time, I was still, you know, getting my face recognized with corporate companies, with the city, with you know, with people who needed an extra hand or whatever. The private chef part came from the stadium, which you had mentioned earlier. Yeah. You know, I was working at the stadium, and I had got a phone call that just changed my life. And
we'll talk about that later.
But you know, as far as the client part, I didn't know I would be a private chef. Because I tried it while I was working at the country club, and I hated it. Like I had this one family, they were so mean to me. They would treat me like I was the help. And it was bad. But so that part of clientele, you know, we had to get into that later because that's when that part started. But with catering, you know what I mean, it came from a lot of free jobs, a lot of promoting myself, a lot of pictures, a lot of dropping free lunch off to people's offices and
marketing,
stuff, just being recognized and noticed. And then I started doing little small stuff for important people, or just people who was having like weddings or rehearsal dinners, and you know, I was just lucky enough to find people who believed in my goal at the time to keep booking me or whatever, or spreading the word.
Yeah.
And you know, just looking back at it, like if you look at a picture that you took, like you as a photographer, right? You look at a picture you took 10 years ago, and look at a picture you take now. Like in my head, I'm like, damn, why they hire me? Like, that looked horrible. Like,
all the time.
So, hey man, so shout out to the people who believed in me from day one and giving me opportunities, man. Because without y'all, you know, I don't know where I'd be at right now. I probably would have had to double back again and get another 9 to 5. So shout out to y'all.
And you know it was so crazy. The crazy thing about all that, and one of the reasons why I respect everything you just said, is because you didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? You kept on pushing. a lot of people, believe it or not, they'll fold and give up. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah,
them type of
because it's
instances.
not easy. You know, like you know that opening, that first. You know, in college, I had some professors that told me like your first 10 years in business, you ain't gonna make no money. Or your first 5 years, like it was always like this big gap thing. It used to be like, dang, well, why you say that? And it's like, well, you gotta have a plan, and you gotta do this, and you gotta have good credit, and you gotta have that, and you gotta. And it was like, dang, man, why they keep, you know, making it so hard to make you feel like you can't own nothing, and then you know it gets discouraging because then you go out there and then you fall on your face the first 2.5 years, and you invested all your money. And you get scared, and that's why a lot of people change their career paths and go a different direction because, you know, like, if you don't have the mental capacity to keep that going, you know, you're fold, like you said, you know, you'll go back to what you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
Fortunately, I just wasn't comfortable listening to people, so.
Of course. Leos, you know, it's Leos, you feel me? That's what we do.
Yeah, man, I had to slide. I just knew at one point I was better than my boss.
Yeah. It'd be like that. You know, I told somebody today, I was like, Leo's weird like, people might say something. That's crazy you said that because I told a person, I'm like, people would tell us, I don't think you should do that. That's cool. We'll listen to you, but we're going to find out why you said that. We have to figure out our own. We can't just, like, let you say, oh, I you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to listen to you. We're going to listen to you, but we're not going to listen to you at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to go with our first gut.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because we might miss an opportunity by listening to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we feel, right?
Like, we need all ours. We need all of it.
Yeah, man. Because you know sometimes, and I know I think a lot. I think like this that everybody ain't rooting for you. So you tell me you don't think it's a good idea. Like, nah, I'm looking at you sideways. I think it's a great idea. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna think you hating on me.
Yeah, like man, you just trying to block my blessing. You know?
Most definitely. Did you in school, did they teach you the business side of it, or did they just, you know, in, like, you know, typical school, they just teach you like the fundamental as well?
So in culinary school, which was Art Institute, so like I said, that's more like a boot camp, right? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know, like, and it's crazy because I didn't really get the classroom side of experience until I went to Johnson & Wales. But so in culinary school, they teach you culinary shit. I mean, it's not. I feel like when you go to school for a trade, you learn the trade. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if you want to learn business, then you gotta go to the business side of it. So you know, and Johnson & Wales with the hospitality program, then that's when I felt like I learned the business of the industry. Mm-hmm. You know, at the Art Institute, I learned the technique. I learned the cuisine. I learned the history of the food. I learned, you know, escoffier. I learned, you know, cuts and stuff. I learned the fundamentals to my craft. Yeah. But with my business, I learned the fundamentals of that at Johnson & Wales. And so I just really think that it's really what you go to learn. Mm-hmm. Because if you go to school for culinary, you're honestly just going to learn how to cook. Yeah. They're not going to teach you. They're not going to teach you how to run a restaurant. They're going to teach you how to work in one. You understand? Yeah, most definitely. Because that's what you want to know. You ain't asking them to teach me how to run, you know, a business. You teach you how to learn how to cook. Exactly. So they getting you ready to go work for somebody else, honestly. Mm-hmm. And you go, you know, when you want to further that, then you go to a traditional college, and I still didn't do that. I went to Johnson & Wales because they're private school, right? Yeah. But then you go somewhere else where you can learn the fundamentals of what people learn in 4-year institutes or community colleges and stuff, with, you know, associate degrees in business and hospitality and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I got the most of that from Johnson & Wales. Shout out to them. Yeah.
So in cooking, right? How did you find your niche? Like, how did you find your own lane into the things that you want to cook? And how is that possible for you?
Experimenting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Experimenting, like, shout out to my friends because, like, I had, like, just getting, when I first started culinary school, it was like, okay, I want to be a chef. What kind of chef do I want to be? What kind of cuisine do I want to cook? What like, am I going to be into French food? Am I going to be Italian? Am I going to learn Caribbean stuff?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like a lot of soul searching you have to do when you're trying to get in contact with your fingertips, because that's what seasons your food. I feel like, right? So
Yeah.
so then I kind of felt like maybe at that point I knew that I like soul food because I come from a Southern family. So my niche was, well, how can I make what grandma made, but dang, it wasn't pretty. You know what I mean? So how can I make that look like somebody, because honestly at home, like, the food don't look like they do at the restaurant, right?
Of course.
Mama make it in the pot, you slap it on the plate, and it tastes good. That's all you worried about is, Mom, this is good, or Grandma, this is good, or Auntie, or whoever made it is good.
Yeah.
So my niche was, at that time, I just wanted to focus on how can I make that look good, because Southern food has, like, its own reputation of just being good. It's not known for presentation. Fried chicken is fried chicken. So how can I make this look appealing? So I think in the beginning of my career, I was very focused on taking things that we know we love and making it pretty. Like, I just wanted a pretty plate. I just wanted, I wanted it to taste like grandma did it, or and I think that was kind of like my niche. So I started calling my cuisine soul food fusion.
I love that name.
Because it was Southern comfort fusion. You know what I'm saying? It was the things that you were used to, but I put a twist on it, and I put my own taste on it. And I think that flavor, honestly, like I said, came from my friends. Shout out to them and my family, because every time I wanted to try something out, like, they were always at the dinner table, forks ready.
Yeah.
Just in case it was nasty, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
But like, just experimenting and how does this taste? Or if I put this inside of an egg roll, or how would this be? Or and that's where the fusion came. Like, if I could take a Southern classic and mix it with a fusion of another cuisine, like, how can I make that into my own lane? And honestly, I don't feel like in food people necessarily have their own lane per se, because we all fit under a category. We got soul food chefs, you got French cuisine chefs. I just think that we all have a way of presenting ourselves, and flavor profiles. It's just crazy how, like, one dish can taste 100 times different from 100 different people.
I ain't even think of it like that.
You understand? It's like a chicken. Like Popeyes tastes different from KFC, and it's just so flavor profiling, basically. You know what I mean? And it's just different. Just learning what tastes good to your palate, and trusting that your palate was good enough to share with somebody else.
Yeah, most definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, like, when you get parties and stuff, I always thought, like, okay, well, if I think it tastes good, then they probably think it tastes good, because I think it tastes great. So when you start getting that kind of feedback, then it helps build your profile, your flavor profile, and where you want to go, and what kind of direction you want to be in with food and stuff like that.
What besides soul food, like you said, what other dishes that you would say, becoming a chef or a private chef, that you got inspired by? You just, you mentioned that you used to look at the Food Channel, Food Network, and stuff like that. What dishes did you get inspired by, and you be like, damn, I want to try that, and you continue to try it?
So growing up, and even as an adult, I feel like you always learn something new, right? So, but growing up, the inspiration of different cuisines. So, like, my dad is Nigerian. So, I always, like, was trying to figure out growing up why I like spicy stuff, or why I like my food well done, or why I like, just like different tastes and sauces and stuff. And then, you get a little bit older and you start paying attention to, like, your background and your roots and stuff. I started realizing that I like Caribbean food. Like, I love international cuisines. I like not just Caribbean. Like, I like Chinese. I like Asian food. I like all those things. So, like, I just think that, like, so, like I said, when it came to, like, playing with recipes and putting dishes together, it was inspiration of just tasting something I had that was Jamaican, and getting that spice profile, with the flavors of jerk, or like just tasting something Creole from a Haitian restaurant, and like everybody's spicy tastes different. It's like, well, how they doing
yeah.
that?
Yeah, most definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like the categories are so big, man, and to just pick one is almost impossible. So you almost just want to learn how to do a little bit of everything.
Have you traveled? Have you traveled around the world and experienced like the different dishes in the world? Because I've like traveled like, other than I never been to overseas, but I've been to places like New York, of course, obviously Atlanta, and California. It's way different in the West Coast the way they eat. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Disappointment sometimes too, because like when you growing up watching like those Food Network channels, I used to watch the one show where the guy would like travel to different states and eat different foods and stuff. I forgot the name of it.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name too.
Yeah, so when I started traveling, my first stop was probably Atlanta. So I'm in Atlanta looking for all the soul food, because I'm thinking like, Georgia, like soul food gonna be good. It's gonna be the fried chicken gonna be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely.
and so I've been to different places. Georgia, New York. I've been to Minnesota. Not as many as I would like to go because of work. South Carolina. There's been a lot of country places or whatever. I haven't really made it out to like Louisiana and stuff like that yet.
Oh man, me too. I can't wait to go out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, my 2020 travel list was so big, man, until this pandemic happened. But you know what? It's okay, because it just gave me a little bit more time to get my coins up. So when I leave, I ain't coming back for a while, all right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so the different places. But the taste buds are different too. Like I've been in New York, and their Chinese rice is yellow. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, most definitely. In Chinatown in New York, they have this dumpling. I don't eat meat no more. I only eat fish. But
me too. Look at that.
Hey, look, Leo gang. But they have a dumpling, but they put the dumpling inside of a biscuit, and it's like a sweet biscuit, and it's crazy. I gotta show it to you. It's amazing. When I was over there in New York in Chinatown, and and the way that they, like you said, the rice. I tried their rice. You're right. It is yellow compared to if you taste it from over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you get on the phone with somebody from New York right now, you're like telling me that your Chinese food rice is brown with soy sauce. They're like, what? You sound like you speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, yeah, but what color your rice is? Oh, it's yellow rice. What? But what is soy sauce at?
Yeah, it was definitely. There's so many restaurants in New York. It's just crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Man, you know what? I've had some good food in New York, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course.
When I was working with one of my clients, and they recommended this place. I think it was called Melba's. It was like a soul food joint. And when I got there, Donnie McClurkin was there. I remember that because he was like, it was Sunday. He was like having Sunday dinner in the corner. But that food was so good, man.
Where was it? It was in Harlem?
Yep, it was in Harlem.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, but New York is like staples for like the dollar pizza, though, right?
Of course. Like, hey, if you hungry, if you got a little change, you get you a $2 pizza, a $1 pizza, $1.50 pizza, depending where you go at. It helps.
I think New York is probably one of my favorite travel food places. I don't really have a lot of, I won't say, I haven't had a lot of good experiences with Atlanta food yet, but I still have a lot more restaurants to try out.
What cities?
I was kind of disappointed the first couple times I was there with the food trips.
Yeah. What cities would you say, or it could be overseas as well? What cities would you want to go to try different dishes? Mine's is Thailand, most definitely.
Oh yeah, so for sure. Well, in the States is Louisiana. Okay. I want to get that real Cajun taste, right? And then overseas, I don't know. I'm stuck in this island thing, so I definitely want to go to Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
And get like some authentic like real jerk,
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I want to go to Africa.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely.
A West Africa trip, just to eat and kind of and get into that. Like, funny thing, like, a fun fact, my dad eats with his hands some dishes, right? And I be sitting there looking like, man, You know it's a fork right there.
Don't do it in this Corona stuff now. Tell him don't do it in this Corona stuff.
Yeah, he home and definitely sanitized. But it is like certain dishes that like Nigerian culture, African culture, like they that's how they eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like growing up, like me watching my grown behind daddy like pick up some with fufu or something with his fingers and slap it with the collar. You're like, man, what is that? Like, it's just culture wise, it's just crazy when you just like be around different people and how they eat. Like Chinese and South Koreans and all the Asians, they eat with chopsticks, and you pick up a fork and try to pick up chopsticks, you can't even get a grain of rice. So it's just amazing. It's like watching or being around or even trying it for yourself. Like, how was your first impression when you picked up some chopsticks?
When I picked up some chopsticks, damn, I'm trying to remember. I was like, yo, I can't do this. Yeah, I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, I can't do this. But over time, by me eating out to certain restaurants, I was just like, oh, okay, you get used to it. It becomes easy because I eat sushi too. So when you go to sushi restaurants, they give you the chopsticks, and you started working your magic, and then it becomes a habit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I still get the kid chopsticks sometimes when I don't want to fight with it.
Yeah.
The kids when they give you the little clamp in the back and then like automatic, all you gotta do is squeeze it together like some tweezers.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
It's like the cheat code chopsticks.
For real. So how did you work your way up into getting celebrity clients?
Let's see, where I started that. So yeah, back at the stadium days,
mm-hmm.
Which was one of my double backs where, as I said, after I quit my job, I went and did the free jobs, and I had to go and get some jobs to fund my business. So I was doing like little side jobs. And at that time, I was looking at Sun Life Stadium, which is now Hard Rock Stadium,
mm-hmm.
and I was a stand supervisor there. But I was over like the specialty stands and stuff like the restaurants that bought, stands inside the buildings or whatever. And,
mm-hmm.
At Johnson and Wells, I had this, like when you meet the black chef on campus.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Everybody cool with him, and rest in peace to Wayne Bryant, man. You were truly missed. I met Wayne Bryant, and I wasn't his student, but I saw a black chef. I wanted to say what's up. You say what's up, dap up the chef on campus. But he was like from England or something. He had like this weird London accent, and it was so funny when he talked. But all we knew was that he was black, and at the time, he had added me on Facebook, like with some of my other classmates, just connecting with professors and stuff in school. And he started going through my pictures and stuff. He's like, man, like, how come I never had you as a student? And I was like, because I studied at the Art Institute. So he started telling me a little bit about himself, and then I learned that he did like celebrity work. And he had, at the time, a really big client, and I used to like harass him, like, yo, let me come cut onions for you today, or wash the dishes. Like, I just wanted to be
around that aura.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of,
But believe it or not, by you saying little stuff like that, that makes a big difference into your career, because he probably, in his perspective, he was probably like, damn, okay, she really want to work, compared to just saying, let me just go with you and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I was like, man, let me come and do the dirty work. I'll unload the car with the groceries and stuff, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to be his assistant, but I didn't necessarily want to be a celebrity chef. I just wanted to meet that person because I was a fan.
Yeah.
And so he started giving me like little small gigs, like, oh, you want to be a caterer? Where I don't like doing big parties, so he would send me to, I got this pharmacist. It started off like with just really good corporate people that had, successful jobs, doctors, some nurses. I did, go cook for this judge, and we're going to do this pig roast for this person. And, following a couple of months later, I ain't hear from him for a while, so I called him, like, hey, man, like, you ain't gonna let me come wash some dishes? Like, just joking. And I would check in with him just periodically, like, as me being a new business owner and trying to get my feet wet, I was checking in with other chefs, like, just trying to
follow
get
up
some work, or like, hey, you need a hand type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that a lot, but he was like one of my main sources. And one day he was like, man, Hodges, that's my last name. He's like, be patient. I got something. You're gonna get something. Your time will come. And one day I was at the stadium, and I was doing my little routine walk around. And he called my phone, and he's like, hey, I got a job for you. So I'm like, man, stop playing. He's like, no, man, I told you I had you, so I got this DJ guy down in Miami, and he's looking to do like some meal plan. He's looking for a chef, and his people reached out to me, but I can't go. So if you want to try it out, here you go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, you don't mind me asking, like, who is it? And he's like, some DJ Khaled. He didn't even know who Khaled was at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm playing it cool because I don't want to seem like I'm too excited. But I knew who he was, right?
I know you were jumping for joy. I know you were jumping for joy.
So like I get off the phone with him and I'm at work, like I'm almost want to quit my job, but I'm gonna keep my composure because I don't know how this is gonna work out yet. So I'm like, I'm so excited. Like I started this gig in 2 days, but I'm like, damn, I don't have enough money to be like cooking for celebrities and shit. Like how can I buy their groceries and stuff? So this dude, like, Wayne Bryan took me under his wing completely, man. And I tell you, this guy like funded like the groceries for the first week. Like, hey, I'm gonna give you my credit card. You go take care of business. At the end of the week, when he's ran the game through me, taught me how to shop, how to make menus for people, without asking them every day what you want to eat. Like he really walked me through how to be a private chef to a high profile client. He popped up on me and checked on my work, in the middle of the day to make sure I was comfortable and stuff. And man, he opened that door. And I walked in, and I never turned back around.
Wow! I'm amazed, honestly. And when you got the gig and started cooking for DJ Khaled, how was that moment like, and what was the routines around that? Because, honestly, like, and it's crazy. We have a lot of mutual friends, and I found out, you was working for him, and you know what I'm saying, after the fact, you know what I'm saying, and that's how people started to know because he was putting you on the Snapchats and everything like that.
You know what, man? When I first started working for Khaled, I started as a 2-week when the chef put me in. It was like a 2-week trial and error, and it was like, hey, we're gonna do this meal prep and see how it goes. And then I didn't hear from Khaled for like a month or so, but I didn't know he was traveling. And then I got a call from his wife, and like, hey, we need Thanksgiving dinner. Can you do it? And it was like the day before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So in my mind, I'm like, no, I can't do it, because like telling me a menu, they want lamb, they want this, they want that, and I'm like, oh my god, like how I'm gonna do this? It's Thanksgiving Eve. I have my mama cook, I'm making pies for other people. Like I didn't know how I was going, but I knew I wasn't gonna say no.
Yeah. You got to sacrifice.
I knew I was going to make it happen, so I'm like, yeah, I'm available. What do you need?
Yeah.
So, she gave me this menu, and I delivered it to them, and I dropped it off. And then that was that. That was the second only time I had saw him. And then the third time, it became more of like, I got another call, and it was like, hey, how do you, are you available, like, frequently? And I'm like, yeah, I could be. And it's like, well, Khaled's looking for a chef now. We want to try something different. And I went over there, and I started cooking. And like my first interaction, I get in the house, I'm super nervous because the first time it was on some meal prep stuff. It was a set diet. I was kind of cooking a certain way. It wasn't what it was when I went back the third time. So the third time that I went back, it was, okay, what are you gonna do? So it was make your own menu, do your own shopping. There wasn't a diet or anything in place when I first got there. It was like just showing what you got. And I was so nervous because, I started questioning myself, like, what do I have?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, what if he doesn't like it? What if he doesn't do, like, it was all the questions, like, okay, you got to make something simple. You got to be good. You got to be confident in it. So the first couple times, it was super nervous. And I would hear him coming down the stairs, and, like, the sweat would start patting. Like, I'm like, oh, my God, he's going to come and try this food, and, breakfast is breakfast, but now I got to make lunch and dinner. And when I started working for Khaled, man, I was there 7 days a week, unless he was traveling. So, it was trying to come up with something different every day, 3 times a day, to keep him interested, because I'm trying to keep my job at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And, the interactions, man, the first interaction, I think, it was pretty dope. He was super nice guy. came in the kitchen, introduced himself, shook my hand, tried the food, liked it. So that was a good impression for me, you know, because I was able to come back, and I ended up being there for 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
So shout out to the Khaled family.
Right place at the right time too, you know.
That's it.
And
That's it.
and this is when like he started to do that Snapchat stuff. So this is
Yeah,
like,
so man, that Snapchat thing was so different. Like I was trending on Twitter and stuff,
I
and
remember
conversations, and I didn't even know. I didn't even have a Twitter at the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I did, like I wasn't Chef Dee on Twitter. I was probably like, you know, somebody else under another name, you know. So I was type my name in, and people were sending me like threads of like, Chef Dee looked mad as hell in that kitchen this morning or something, or like, and then I'm like, I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
I just knew that he was walking in the kitchen and saying, "Hey, what we got?" And then it became a routine, and it became a thing, and it became our thing or whatever. So, you know, I ended up getting a social media account and, you know, signing up for Snapchat and trying to see what that was about. And shout out to Khaled, because at that time I had a different Instagram name, a different Snapchat name, and a different Twitter name.
yeah.
And before he gave me my first shout out, he was like, "What's your name on the gram?" And I was like, at that time it was Chef of the Year. And
Oh wow.
It's
Yeah, it
still
is.
in my name, but it was so long, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, Chef D, I ain't gonna lie, like you got to get something that people could remember, you know, something short."
Yeah, I'm picturing the way Khaled is saying that, because, you know, he has like a more in-depth type of.
you know, so I'm listening to him, so I'm like, shit, okay, what do I do? So I think I started like looking on the gram, and people from Miami, so it was like 305. So I started going to, you know, I put Chef D 305 because it was already a Chef D on Instagram. So now I got to be Chef D 305. So I done put myself with a Miami tag. And I never forget that. Like I left his house the next day. I go back to work, and I had social media handles. And he's like, "All right, what's your name on Snapchat and stuff?" So I tell him my name on Snapchat. And before I left his house that day,
Oh my God.
like literally before I was getting ready to like leave the kitchen, and he gave me a shout out on his Snapchat. And before I left his house, I had already 45,000 views on my Snapchat.
Wow.
So I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
It was like the world had found the profile to the name and the face, and like it just took off. It was like my Snapchat was like popular, and you know, it became a subscribe button before people could even like add me as a friend. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was going to work, so then I had to start like learning how to post, because I didn't know how to do that shit.
Yeah. So after Khaled, and you start, you know, being a chef for him, I know after working for him, other people started coming at your door. Who else were your celebrity kinds after that?
Man, once again, shout out to Khaled, because Khaled gave me my first extension of a client, which was Cool and Dre. You know, shout out to Dre for bringing me over as his private chef at Record Room Studio. He introduced me to Dre, and you know, Dre hired me as his private chef. And I was kind of just between those two houses when I first got in the private chef, celebrity chef game thing. And so when Khaled would host like dinner parties, you know, he would come in the kitchen that morning and say something like, "Chef D, I need you to make a movie tonight."
Yeah.
And that would mean like go to the store and go crazy, and then come back and go crazy and make it look like Thanksgiving type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would go and I would make everything that I knew that he liked. And, you know, he would invite like Busta Rhymes over, or, you know, like the people from the Nike factory, or it would be Dre or Fat Joe having dinner. Like, I was just meeting people through Khaled's house, you know what I mean?
Did you get starstruck? Like, while you was doing your thing? Because, you know, those are a monument of people in the culture, you know?
Man, you know what? In the inside, right?
Yeah.
But I think I learned working with him the first time, you know, because when the Snapchat thing happened for him, like I was in the middle of that, you know, I was there when through most of the interviews and like even meeting newscasters and stuff. So I think that like, man, I think it was alright.
Yeah.
It was a good experience, man. I think he put me on to a couple other people. More excitingly, though, I probably was more excited to meet Busta Rhymes when he first got there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like growing up, Busta Rhymes was like,
man,
you was trying to repeat the words.
For real, especially in the late '90s and early 2000s.
Starstruck, yeah, man. That probably was the one of the first celebrities I met at his house. I was like, oh my God, that's Busta Rhymes. Yeah. And Busta Rhymes came in and did a Snapchat video with me and told Snapchat that my food was like so dope, and I was like, oh my God, and inside.
Your stock went up after that, boy. I know that for a fact too.
Man, yeah, man. And from there, in Khaled, while I was working at Khaled, also I started working for King of Diamonds.
Oh, so, hey, RP KOD.
Yeah, man, and that was cool too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like King of Diamonds was a staple. Like I had heard of King of Diamonds. I had never even been in King of Diamonds prior to, you know what I'm saying, me working with Khaled. And when I actually got that connection from being in Cool and Dre Studios, so shout out to them again, and Buck 305 for introducing me to the people at King of Diamonds. Because I didn't know another strip club that was promoting their chef on the radio, how King of Diamonds and Suge had me on those commercials at night. We got Chef Dee in the kitchen.
Wow.
So, like that was super dope, like to hear your name on the radio, to be cooking in the strip club almost. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like those are like my three primary clients when I first started with Khaled, and then the list just grew, as the years got bigger. Like I started meeting hundreds of other celebrities, some that, I snapped a picture with, some I didn't, some, like the list just got, I probably started telling people, if you name somebody that was famous that came through Miami, I probably cooked for them. Wow. At least once.
I could say, I'm not gonna lie, you got Miami legends, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like people like us, not just trying to brag or anything, but like people like us, we're becoming like Miami legends, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like that's just what it is.
But being a part of that is a unreal feeling too, man.
Yeah. Cause there's a lot of goals before us.
It's so unreal. Like honestly, like when the whole Chef Dee thing came about, man. Like, and I think. Like, and sometimes it's still so unreal to me because I genuinely didn't like the attention at first. Because I wasn't used to, like Leo's, like we like, we're very, I don't even know how to say it, man. Like, we're very private people, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
I wasn't so open. Like, I'm talking about, like, I was going into grocery stores and, like, kids was, like, running up hugging me, like, Chef Dee! And I'm like, what the... I wasn't used to that, man, and I didn't like it at first. It had to grow on me, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't used to that type of attention, and it wasn't something that kind of like happened through time. Like that shit literally happened overnight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, just to be a part of like a house, to become like a semi-household name with like, where like parents like asking their kids who is Chef Dee, and like little 12-year-old or 13-year-old, or like you go in the store and it's like you get like so much different community love from like just your surroundings and the people you grew up with, or like your community in your area. Like they looking up to you because like now you're like coming out of the city and you done made to these kids or whatever. Yeah, man. Like I done like read so many responses of like me giving kids hope, or like pushing them to be a chef now, or like just like the things, like the stories that I read, man. It's almost like, damn, that's me.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. People don't understand, like, it kind of molded us to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Because out of all the stories that we heard and stuff like that, and people run into us and stuff like that, not to the degree that you probably deal with, but like I know people run into me like, yo, you Aaron? Like, I could be in Miami, Palm Beach, Broward, and I'd be like, yo, what the hell? I'm just another person from the city, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. But I'm not gonna lie, man. When it started happening for me, I took it and I ran with it. You know what I'm saying? I started getting shirts made. I was promoting myself. I had people wearing Team Chef Dee shirts. Shout out to everybody who rocks the Team Chef Dee shirt, by the way, or a hoodie or whatever it is that you represent. I appreciate you. But like I took that and ran with it. So like when my team was in the beginning, I only let people who worked for me rock a Team Chef Dee shirt. You know, it wasn't just people in general. And then it was like, well, how can I buy one of those? Or you know her? Or you know Chef Dee? And it was like, and I had people coming back to me like, man, I walked in the gas station with this shirt on and so and this little kid came and said, do I know you? And can I get a picture? Like all this other stuff. And I was just like, man, like this is really happening right now. And the opportunities that unfolded, man, it's so humbling because I just would have never imagined, that this would be happening right now. Mm-hmm. So to be a part of the new generation legends, or the stakeholders that from the cities that you come from, is definitely an experience, and I'm grateful for it.
Most definitely. What do you think is the difference between cooking for a celebrity and cooking for an everyday person?
That's a trick question, huh? I don't know if I can answer that. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, to be completely 100% honest with you, to me, and no disrespect to anyone, but everybody just want to eat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know nobody. Like, to me, a celebrity isn't a celebrity. They just a person that they kind of want to eat the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want to eat. So I don't know if there's a real difference outside of personality traits from different people. But I don't even necessarily categorize my clients.
Yeah, that's respect. That's respect.
Based off of their public appearance. Mm-hmm.
Well, before you start prepping a meal, what goes into your planning routine before you serve it to your clients?
Honestly, I don't do a lot of planning, especially like when I'm on some private chef stuff. I literally go in the store and just stare in the aisles. Yeah. I get inspiration from that. And
what was the most difficult dish you ever made for someone? If that's even possible in your end.
I think difficult. I don't know. I think more challenging was when I first started with Khaled. Mm-hmm. He's Arabic, so it was a lot of learning how to do those things, and I think probably like just getting into the industry and learning how to do those different international cuisines was probably more difficult. But other than that, I'm a true firm believer of fake it till you make it. Mm-hmm. So I think if anybody ever asked me if I could do something, I probably said I could, even if I couldn't until it was time for me to do it, and I just got it done.
And you can't fold under pressure, so it's just like one of them type of situations. It's like, yeah, and then you're just gonna figure that shit out.
Right? Yeah, pretty much.
So when you're a personal chef for a client, do you take precaution on calorie intake? If so, why is that so important?
Not really, honestly. I'm only going to be as concerned. I tell people all the time, I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a chef.
Yeah.
So I only take as much accountability as you do with the things you eat. Because I'm only going to make what you ask for. Mm-hmm. So if you're not concerned or worried about your calorie intake, don't expect me to. Honestly,
that's real. That's real.
I can tell you that I don't think something is a good idea, but I'm only going to feed you what you ask. So I'm definitely not counting unless we on that kind of program. Mm-hmm. I'm not just going to make dessert and put 15,000 calories next to it, just so you know, like FYI, this is 1,500 calories. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So, you're a busy person. I can only imagine the stuff that you have to do throughout the week, and what hours do you typically work, and how do you balance from working and having time to yourself? Because balance is very kind of hard. Especially like entrepreneurs and creatives like us.
I'm still learning that, man. Honestly, because just being in the industry, period, before you become your own boss, you in the kitchens for 15 hours a day sometimes. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I think that I don't know if there is a balance still, because you're still learning it.
Exactly.
Like, as a business owner, you learn as you go to take time out for yourself, and sometimes you forget to do that, and you have to have people remind you that, hey, go eat, or hey, go take a break, or hey, don't forget to take care of you. Mm-hmm. And shout out to my friends and my support system, because I still think to this very moment, like, I still get reminders to eat throughout the day sometimes. Like,
me too, man. Me too.
Or Dee, like, you gotta slow down. Like, you're doing too much. Like, you look tired, man.
But do you feel like
get some sleep?
Do you feel like they don't understand with the stuff that we gotta go through? You know what I'm saying? I hear them. Trust me.
I don't think that they don't understand. I think that they're just concerned of.
Yeah.
I think they just see the hustle on another level.
Yeah.
Because like when you got ambition and you after something, you don't see no sleep, you don't see eating, you don't see none of that. You see the goal or whatever. So I think that not that they don't understand it, but we're just not. We're not the same in capacity with it. Like they hear you and they understand what you're saying, but they're not you. Like they ain't feeling that blood rush. They ain't feeling that go get it. They just want to see you be okay. So I don't think that it's not that I don't understand per se. Mm-hmm. I think that's just like, with anything, even with work, like you say, like people know you're not going to find anyone that loves what you do as much as you do.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? Everybody got their own love in different ways, of how they see things or plan things out. So yeah, man, I think balance is super important. Yeah. And sometimes I still, like I said, I still have to learn myself to take a break.
But isn't it taking a break hard? I think that's the hardest thing, taking a break.
It is hard. It's hard as fuck, actually.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to learn how to step back, and even as a business owner, like going back to team building, or trusting someone else to execute, the way that you envision it to be and stuff. It's hard to walk away from your baby.
Of course.
Like, everybody's business is like their first child. For real, man.
I'm laughing because I know that feeling.
Yeah, so balance is something I think is just is a part of the growing process, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your catering service. You know what I'm saying? You done everything. You build your brand up. Let's talk about Empty Plates and how that came about.
Oh man, Empty Plates was my love child from college. I'm just kidding. It was the first business I opened. It still is my firstborn. I started in 2012. That was my start of I don't want to work for anyone else. I'm gonna go and start my own vibe. And literally sitting at the dinner table with my friends and my sister and my best friend, just trying to find a name for myself. Like, what am I gonna call it? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it was just trying to understand that it was just different. But Empty Place came around and I got that name, Empty Place. The people was like, well, why do you call it that? And I was like, you're going to learn, you're going to eat this plate. And I was so corny. I was saying like random stuff, like you're going to eat this food and your plate going to be empty. And then they was like, oh my God, it's really empty. So that's where that came from, yeah.
So I see you having barbecue sauce. And by the way, y'all, the barbecue sauce is amazing. She gave me a sample one time. And it's like, oh my God. Like, tell people how that came about and why you did that.
So the Empty Place barbecue sauce came from the restaurant, the Empty Place restaurant, which is no longer open right now. But in 2017, before I opened my restaurant, I was coming up with sauces for this barbecue spot I opened. Uh-huh. And, the barbecue sauce is really popular. And I had customers, like, asking me, like, man, you should bottle this. And I'm like, one day, and then when I closed the restaurant, it was like I wanted to have a piece of it with me at all times still. So I bought the sauce and I made sure that it was available to people who really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and got my license. And Empty Place is also a manufacturing distributing company now. We bottle and manufacture our own barbecue sauce, and it's currently in 3 stores right here in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. So, as a black woman in this industry, how was it hard to be in this industry? Because not only that you're black, but sometimes in the kitchen, I can only imagine that some of the chefs, they don't take women seriously. How hard was that in the beginning steps of your career?
I'm sorry, repeat that question one more time for me.
I was saying, as a black woman in the industry, how hard was it in the beginning stages of your career? Because not only because you're black, in this industry, but you're a woman as well, and knowing these chefs and how like they could get that kind of disrespectful, like we discussed earlier. How hard was that in the beginning stages?
I mean, I don't want to put race in the beginning stages of becoming a chef, because I don't think that really plays a part.
Yeah.
Like I did mention earlier, being a female in the industry was probably more competitive or more challenging than being black in the industry. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put race on my job title.
Okay.
Because I don't really see it as a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how was it hard on more of like the women's side? Like.
I mean, just like being in the kitchen as a female, it's just hard. Being in a male-dominated environment, trying to get people to listen to you when you become in power, getting people to pay attention or just to be obedient to the boss. Like, it's just I think that's in any environment of female workers,
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Why do you think you stand out in your industry when it's all said and done?
Why do I think I stand out in my industry?
Yeah.
Because I'm not worried about everybody else in my industry.
Amen. Amen to that.
I mean, there ain't no competition, honestly.
Yeah. Hey, I like to hear that. So I got a few more questions left. So what does the future hold for Chef Dee?
The future? I don't know. Endless possibilities. Like I didn't know 5 years ago that I would be where I'm at 5 years later. So I don't really have a plan or to say where I wish things would be, but besides expansion and just building a bigger brand. Outside of that, I really couldn't tell you what the plan would be right now.
Okay, most definitely. Okay, last question. Any advice for any amateur or aspiring cooks and chefs that want to take the similar steps that you took?
I mean, the best advice I can give an upcoming chef would probably be to be consistent.
Yeah.
And remain humble and take the constructive criticism, and just to make sure that you get that layer of tough skin, that thick layer that you need to make it through the phase 1 of this shit, because it ain't easy.
At all. At all. Well, how can the people get in touch with you or book you?
To get in touch with me, you can go on my website at chefd305.com. You can visit my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. It's all the same handles, chefd305 or chefd305.com. That's Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay.
Probably Facebook too. Facebook, you can find us at Empty Place Catering LLC.
All that. So, I appreciate you for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I got a chance to know you a little more, and
yeah. Definitely.
All right, that's it for episode 27, and that's it. Peace.
All right, take care.
Okay, that's a wrap for episode 27 of the Behind the Beard podcast. And man, let me tell you, man, I learned so much off of this interview. It's crazy because, in this industry that Chef Dee is in, it's one of those industries that if you're in it and you make it, you made it. You know what I'm saying? Because you came a long way, and especially learning the business aspect of being a chef. A lot of people don't understand what goes into being a chef. the challenges that you have to face and the challenges that you have to go through as of trying to make money off of, being a head chef, and the steps that you got to take to being a head chef. And the fact that Chef Dee got the opportunity from her mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like, by her having a relationship with certain people. And that's the thing I tell people all the time. Build relationships with different people, because it's not sometimes about what you know, it's all about who you know. And by you knowing some people, it could get you in the doors that you want to be, so you can fulfill your dreams. So yeah, man, y'all take notes, man, because what Chef Dee was talking about, I even learned some of the things that she implemented in the interview into my field, you know what I'm saying? And I used to actually work when I was doing little retail stuff. I used to see the chefs and stuff like that. I used to work in a restaurant, and man, what I can tell you about working in a restaurant, they don't play no games, and they real serious when it comes down to their food, them creating the food. So, and it's art, there's an artistry behind it. But yeah, man, for all y'all aspiring chefs, y'all make it do what it do, and keep on and continue to do what you gotta do to be where you want to be at, because that's what y'all love to do, and don't let nobody take your shine away from it at all. And I know shit gonna be hard, and shit's, you gonna feel like you want to give up, but don't give up, man, because if you give up, you might have been so close of getting where you want to be at. And let me put it like this: I know shit ain't easy, and that's why on the interview that we did for the commercial for the season 3, I was like, I know why people give up. Shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I understand why people give up. But shit, you gotta keep on going. You never know. You really never know. But on that note, as you know, follow me on all social media platforms at by Aaron J. Jackson, at BYAARONJJACKSON. And my little name is called Bodge now. You feel me? I'll explain that, one of these days to y'all, and what that's about, what I got going on with, my upcoming platforms. And follow the FGO network on all social media platforms as well at Fuck Going Out, FUCKGOYNGOUT. And make sure you follow and subscribe to the FGO network on YouTube, Spotify, Mixcloud, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And make sure you share this episode and the show to your friends, your loved ones, your mom, everybody, so everybody get this free game. And also we got restocked. We also restocked the FGO black tees, so make sure you cop a tee and the link will be in the description, and the link will be in the bio of all our social media platforms. And yeah, man, that's it. I'll see you next episode on episode 28, and I'm out.